footpath that we've not been on before. We're going up the onto the top of the hill to find some bluebells that we've been told are in that clump of trees on the summit. So let's see what we can find. When you first see this strange shape in the distance, it's difficult to make out what it is. It looks like a pub umbrella or something, but it's actually an old tree stump. For some reason it's got a buoy hanging from it. Don't know whether it's been carved into that shape or whether it's just a natural the natural decay that's taken it like that. But that's another landmark in the landscape. Yeah, interesting. There's another view of Holbrook village without the pylons spoiling the scene. And in the bottom, the A38. And that's Lower Kilburn. The houses at the bottom, at the side of the old A61. And that's another angle on Ulsley Church. You can see what a steep slope it's on coming up from the west. From the valley side. It's quite a steep incline, that is. I've walked that path and it is quite steep, although it's short. Look, that comes up to the church. Yeah, and there's the old sculpture tree. The field we're in is crisscross with paths, really, when you look round in all directions. So we're lucky that we've got so many choices of which direction to go in. But I think we're nearly there now to where we intended to go. And no doubt there'll be another view when we get over this little crest. So that's the view once you come through the gate. Looking across at a farm in Holbrook, I don't know what the name is, but I'll put it on screen when I've got back and had a look at the map. And in the foreground, quite clear to see the A38. Not as busy as we'd normally expect it to be, but still traffic there. I'll pan round. We're starting with Holbrook village in the distance, then we're panning sort of north to south as we go. There's the A38, the farm in the mid picture, and then we're panning round in the direction of Derby, and just down there in the middle of the picture is Coxbench Hall, I think. Probably just hidden by the trees there. There's a lot of flies here, and if you can see them, look at them. My companion's waiting for me to open the gate, I think. So there is no stile, you just walk through the gap in the hedge. And bluebells. Yeah. That's what we came to look at. You ever seen a pair of ducks nesting in a tree? There we go. I think one's Elvis. Oh, look at him. He's a little bit weather beaten, but he's got his mouth nice and wide open. So he's probably singing "Love Me Tender." Oh, I think there's another one we'll have a look at in a minute. Yeah. Different. Don't expect to see that when you come on a country walk. Yes, that's a nice display. Beautiful. The sun's in the lens, so we'll turn around in a minute.
Actually, 7.
And from the sublime to the ridiculous. Amazing how they let you get right up to them and they don't get disturbed. Crazy, but fun. Time for a spot of gate leaning, although this is a fence, not a gate. You can still lean on it and admire the view. Oh, Horsley Castle, we're going to have to stop meeting like this. Everywhere we go just lately, we've had a view of Horsley Castle, or at least the woods surrounding Horsley Castle. But there's some more gorse, and that area was known as the Warren. I think it was part of the deer park that was, I wouldn't say reserved, but the area that was used for breeding rabbits, which were obviously a delicacy in medieval times, along with deer. I think probably the deer were fit for the Baron and his knights. Rabbits probably distributed amongst the peasantry. But that's the Warren, and it still has rabbits on it today. Probably descendants of the medieval ones. And again, we're looking down towards the golf club. And this is the field where the tractor was working the other day when we came. So we've been here before a few times this week, or last week now. But the view doesn't change, it's still a lovely view, far and wide. But But that's the area that interests me now, the deer park. King John, Magna Carta fame, visited twice in the 1200s. I read that he was travelling between Burton and Nottingham, and because this was his castle, his land, he stayed at the castle and no doubt hunted in the park. Amazing history, right on our doorstep. So that's Amber Valley Routeways Walk 20. Back towards Horsley again, a path we've trodden a few times. I got a bit more knowledge now, having studied the map. That building in front of us is Horsley Grange, now called Grange Farm. That's the view over to the church, and west I think you just see Crouch Stand, but you probably won't get picked up on the camera, but right on the horizon through that tree is Crouch Stand. I always consider, rightly or wrongly, Little Eaton and Holbrook to be the foot of the Pennines. If you look on the map, the land to the south of Little Eaton is relatively flat, but the Pennine range can be traced to Little Eaton at its most southerly point. So I like to think that the Pennine Ridge, backbone of England, begins at Little Eaton. People will probably shoot me down in flames for that, but that's the way I see it, and that's what matters, I think. Coming through the gap. It does, yeah. Can't see that, can't detect that on the camera, but there's a bonfire burning and it smells really nice. Wood smoke. I think it's at the Grange. So that's where we've been, the wood on the hill, carpeted with bluebells. And there's somebody with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dogs. So that's our walk done for today. We've just done about a mile in a circle. Had a look at the bluebells over there. We've got about another mile to go before we're home, but all that's been covered before on video. So I hope you've enjoyed our little walk today. We'll hopefully see you in another one, but in the meantime, keep well and stay safe. So that's our walk done for today. We've done about a mile in a circle up to look at the bluebells. We've got to go back through Horsley now, but that won't be in the video because we've already covered it. We've got somebody coming behind us. So all it remains for me to say is, hope you've enjoyed the video, look after yourselves and stay safe. Although I've signed off, we've just come across this shamrock in the hedge bottom by the footpath, which is worth 30 seconds coverage, I think. Isn't it lovely? Pay homage to any Irish viewers. There's a shamrock growing in Derbyshire. Hello. Hello, young fella. Hello. Fair old mixture among these. Before you're wondering, there is a fence here. I'm not actually going into them, but the footpath goes through this field, and we went through it earlier. But they're very curious, and I'm glad I'm this side the gate. So that's the end of today's walk. We've only done about a mile round a circle round from Horsley to Coxbench and back. We've obviously got another mile to walk to home, but I'll end it here, and as usual we'll look forward to seeing you next time, and stay safe.